In 301 AD, Armenia became the first country in the world to adopt Christianity as its state religion. The man responsible for that decision had just spent 13 years in an underground pit. His prison still exists. You can climb down into it. From the bottom of that pit, as you look up through the narrow opening toward the sky, you can see Mount Ararat, the mountain that has been Armenia's national symbol for 3,000 years. That mountain is in Turkey. The alphabet that Armenian monks used to copy the Bible was invented in 405 AD, created specifically and only to translate the scriptures. Those same letters, unchanged, are used in Armenian schools today. Armenia. The first Christian kingdom on earth. This is what it looks like. Few places combine history and landscape as powerfully as this small monastery on an open plain. Horvardop is located about 30 kilometers from Yerevan, near the border with Turkey. The site is best known for its direct connection to the origins of Christianity in Armenia. In the early 4th century, Gregory the Illuminator was imprisoned here for 13 years. He was held in a deep underground pit, now accessible by a narrow ladder. This imprisonment became a turning point. 13 years underground, and when Gregory finally came back to the surface, the king was waiting to convert. In 301 AD, Armenia became the first country in the world to declare Christianity its official religion. A 13-year imprisonment produced the first Christian state in history. Today, visitors can descend into the same space, experiencing its darkness and confinement firsthand. The pit is narrow, the ladder is steep. The ceiling above is a single opening of light. Above ground, the atmosphere changes completely. Open skies, wide plains, and distant mountains. Directly ahead stands Mount Ararat, rising to over 5,000 meters. This view has become one of the most iconic images associated with Armenia. The contrast between the deep underground prison and the vast open landscape above creates a powerful experience. At Horvardop, history is not distant. It is something you step into, and then step back out of, forever changed. Long before the pit, before the conversion, before 301 AD, a different belief shaped this land. Long before churches filled the landscape, a different belief system shaped this land. Garni Temple stands about 30 kilometers from Yerevan, overlooking a deep river gorge. Built in the 1st century, it is the only surviving Greco-Roman style temple in the former Soviet Union. Dedicated to the sun god, reflecting the ancient pagan traditions that Armenia held for centuries before 301 AD. Its design follows classical proportions. 24 columns forming a symmetrical layout. The temple sits dramatically at the edge of a gorge carved over millions of years by the Azot River. Below the temple, hexagonal basalt columns rise in near-perfect geometric patterns, shaped by cooling lava, not by any human hand. They reach 50 meters in height. Nature's geometry beside human geometry. Neither planned to meet the other. When Armenia converted to Christianity, the temple was no longer used for worship. But it was not destroyed. It still stands, the only pagan structure left in a country that chose differently. Garni offers a rare glimpse into the time before everything changed, when belief, nature, and design once stood together. And from that moment of change, the faith that replaced the sun god went underground, carved directly into the living rock. There is a place where architecture disappears and only the mountain remains. Gegard Monastery lies about 1 hour from Yerevan, hidden deep within a narrow canyon. Its earliest foundations date back to the 4th century, linking it directly to the first years of Christian Armenia. The complex was expanded in the 13th century, shaping much of what we see today. What sets this monastery apart is that entire halls were carved directly into solid rock. As you step inside, the temperature drops and the outside world fades almost instantly. Light filters through small openings, creating a soft glow across the ancient stone surfaces. Gegard means spear in Armenian. The monastery was named for the Holy Lance, the spear believed to have pierced Christ at the crucifixion, which was kept here for centuries. That spear is now at Etchmiadzin Cathedral, Armenia's holiest site. But the name stayed. The mountain kept it. The walls are covered with carvings that have survived for more than 700 years. Every chamber carries a sense of stillness, where time seems to slow down without effort. Here, faith is not something you observe. It is something you feel through stone, silence, and space.